So Matthew Stafford is staying with the Rams. He never was going to leave. I think that he beaten Philadelphia and gotten deep in the playoffs, as a possibility he could have probably gotten money. The word was he was using the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Giants as leverage. What do I think about that? Well, you got a ring, you've been successful, and Lord knows you're better than anything that the Raiders and the Giants got put together. Because you could take first, second, and third strings on both them teams, and they still ain't matching up to half of Matthew Stafford. That's the reality. Matthew Stafford is a Super Bowl champion. He's got stats. He's what I call a really good quarterback, you know. And had they been able to beat Philly in that game, because it turns out they played Philly better than anybody else did. Turns out that way. Had a chance. So fumbles in the game, a couple turnovers, they were in the game. And I thought the Rams would be dangerous in the postseason because they were one of those teams that it's just a matter of can they get it together. Because Sean McVay is kind of gotten forgotten. He's been to two Super Bowls. He's won one, he lost one with traded the quarterbacks Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, which so far the Rams have won because they got into a Super Bowl and won. You know, Jared Goff, you can say has played as well. That's just the Lions haven't gotten past the second round. So they were on high hopes the last 2 years and didn't finish the job. So this one was kind of stories where, you know, they didn't finish. Got to the NFC Championship, lost a heartbreaker in Frisco. They should have won. And then this year got beat by Washington. So, you know. But anyway, Matthew Stafford, it's an interesting story. Um, will he, what will happen? It's a 1 year deal, maybe possibly for two. You know, he's obviously in the back end of his career. Um, he's had some good numbers. He wasn't going. No one's going to the Raiders, the Giants. But you're not going to get no. First of all, if you go to those two teams, they ain't got no offensive line. They ain't got no structure for you. And those two teams combined, I don't care if they turn the league into a 20-game season. I don't think them two teams put together could win 10 games at this stage. Of course, I give the Raiders probably about 6 and the Giants 4 at this stage. It's just bad. You ain't going to the Giants because they got rid of their best player who went to Philadelphia, won the Super Bowl, and Saquon Barkley. And they got rid of that whack quarterback, Daniel Jones, who ended up being a backup for Minnesota. And he stunk. He stinks. And then the Raiders, we don't even know what's going for quarterback because after Derek Carr got traded to New Orleans, it's been downhill. They got a good running game, so defense at times, and they only play like a half of football. They tend to stink. We're going to see what happens with Pete Carroll and all that. But anyway, just saying. So, what does this mean? Yeah, it's a smart move by Stafford. And the Rams are still competitive enough. Um, they're in the NFC West, which depends on what the 49ers come back with. And since they lost Debo Samuels, what will they be like? What will Seattle be like? But it's still in Kyler Murray in Arizona. You have the potential to have some interesting storylines, but those teams tend to fade at the end. So what do we have? But Stafford is good enough to have at least a couple more years worth of run in him. Beyond that, it's coming in. The house is coming. It's not that what happened when they won the chip a few years ago. That's not coming back to view. Had Aaron Donald had everything right. Von Miller had everything right. I don't see it happening again, but it's a smart move. He's gonna stay with the Rams, and I think they can. I think they can make some noise, but they gotta pick up some pieces to get that part right. But I think they can be all right. But anyway, what you think about Matthew Stafford staying with the LA Rams? Didn't see anything else. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.